Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Millennium Movies. No nonsense. Let's get right into today's topic, which is that Telltale Games has announced via their Twitter handle that they are in a partnership with Netflix to develop a game based off of the Stranger Things Netflix series that'll be published to both PC and consoles at a later date. So, in the madness of E3 right now, this kind of just came out of left field, really. But I couldn't be any more excited for this game because I love Stranger Things and I love Telltale Games and the content that they put out. So if you're not familiar with who Telltale Games are, if you're not really much of a gamer, well, they put out a lot of narrative based games. And what that means is that a lot of their stories really revolve around, again, the narrative, telling a story. I mean, yes, there is gameplay in there and a lot of quick time events and such things like that. But Telltale, let's look at their history a little bit. So they make games like the Walking Dead Telltale series. They make the Batman game. They also did a Guardians of the Galaxy, Game of Thrones, The Wolf Among Us, and the thing that all these games have in common is that they focus heavily on story and decision making, meaning that you decide where the game goes, what pieces of dialogue are said, and what action goes on after you make a decision. So these are very decision based games that are very heavy on narrative and storytelling. This is apparently, this is not going to be like their other games. So this is going to be a little different in that you're not going to be making decisions as you would in other previous Telltale games. So I'm curious. It seems like this is going to be a very linear story, similar to like a God of War or a Last of Us or an Uncharted, where they have a story set out for you to follow, and you just go along for the ride and enjoy the storytelling and the gameplay that's going to go along with it. So I'm very much looking forward to this. We really now, like I said, we don't know anything other than that a Stranger Things game from Telltale is going to come to us at some point. So in terms of what the story is going to be about or how it's going to play out, we have no clue. So you can go ahead and let the wild speculation, put your theories out there. I'd actually be very curious to hear what you guys would want this game to be about. I mean, it could really be anything. I mean, for one thing, I hope to see the Demogorgon return in some form or fashion. Maybe even the demo dogs. Who the hell knows? I would really hope to see the demo dogs though. I really like them in Stranger Things season two. Perhaps we see the Mind Flare in this game. That'd be nice. We don't even know if it'll be canon to the Stranger Things universe. I would hope so, but we don't know that for sure. Um, Again, it could be the possibilities are endless with a Stranger Things Telltale game. It could follow maybe some type of side story that Chief Hopper, maybe he's looking into some other type of investigation. Maybe he's looking into other missing kids, or maybe we hang out with the kids. Maybe we hang out with Mike and Will and Eleven and see maybe they go on some different adventure. Maybe it doesn't even have to do anything with the monsters of the Stranger Things universe. It could be something even like Life is Strange, where let's just see what adventure these kids go on. I really wouldn't be opposed to that at all. It could even follow the teenagers of the show, Nancy, Jonathan, and Steve. It could follow. I think you could do a story based game on any of the characters from the Stranger Things universe. Aside from maybe eight, I know a lot of people weren't fans of her character and the storyline that they took eight and her little ragtag group of friends. I really didn't like that storyline, and I know a couple of you feel that same way. So hopefully it's nothing like that. But again, it doesn't even have to revolve around the existing characters in this universe. It could be a completely brand new story and a completely brand new character. I mean, there's so many things you can do inside the city of Hawkins or the town of Hawkins. I mean, just think of the lab, for example, the Hawkins lab. Maybe this could tell the story of another child who was experimented on. Like, of course, we have 11. We know 8 is out there. And what if there's a 6 or a 5 or a 9? Why don't we get a story of another kid who was worked on and experimented on in the lab and somehow escaped, and maybe they're on the run from the government and people who were working in the Hawkins lab. So we could get an interesting story like that. I would be very much excited to, and I'd very much be down for a game like that where we just we go into a whole different character, a whole different story, and maybe see how it can tie into Stranger Things season 3 or possibly even season 4. Yeah, nothing more I can say about this other than I'm very, very excited to play this. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Can't wait for that first trailer. Yeah, if you guys are big Stranger Things fans or horror fans or just movie fan in general, go ahead and consider subscribing to Millennium Movies. I will be posting up videos like this, news like this constantly. I'm trying to do this daily now since I'm back home. So yeah, if you're interested in this type of content, go ahead and consider dropping a subscribe to the channel. I'd very much appreciate it. And yeah, this has been it for me, and I will see you guys next time.